A massive leak has just revealed some mind-blowing secrets about Andretti Motorsport and Sergio Perez's future in Formula One. It's like stumbling upon a treasure chest filled with surprises. So let's dive into this video today to know all the exciting details and uncover what the future holds for Andretti and Perez. You won't want to miss this. Here we begin. Andretti Motorsport's latest move has sent shockwaves through the Formula One community, as they secure not only a high-profile ex-member of Williams, Renault and Benneton, but also the recently available Chief Technical Officer of Formula One itself. This bold acquisition comes hot on the heels of Andretti's recent bid for recognition within the F1 paddock, highlighted by their support from members of the US Congress and the public letter calling for an investigation into their rejection by Formula One, Liberty Media and the FOM. The timing of these developments, coupled with the recent Miami Grand Prix fracas, suggests a calculated and intentional strategy on Andretti's part. With each move, the pressure mounts on Formula One's governing bodies, raising the question of who will yield first, Andretti or Liberty and the FOM. Pat Symonds' decision to join Andretti represents a significant step forward for the American team, signaling their serious intent to challenge the status quo in Formula One. While only time will reveal the outcome of this mutiny, Andretti's persistence suggests they are not backing down anytime soon. As the saga unfolds, all eyes are on Sergio Perez and the ongoing developments in the silly season. Could there be a connection between today's stories and future events? Pat Symonds joins Andretti Motorsport. After 7 years as Formula One's Chief Technical Officer, Pat Symonds has made a move that caught many by surprise, joining Andretti Motorsport. While it was expected that Symonds might step down following the finalization of the 2026 regulations rule set, his next move remained a mystery. Despite his age of 70 years and a career filled with both success and controversy, Symonds has chosen to continue his involvement in the sport. Symonds will be taking on the role of executive engineering consultant at Andretti Motorsport, following a period of gardening leave, and will work from the team's new base of operations at Silverstone. This move sees the Chief Technical Officer responsible for overseeing both current and upcoming regulations, advising Andretti on various aspects of engineering, from aerodynamics to engine development. The announcement of Symonds' appointment was met with palpable excitement from Michael Andretti, who emphasized the consultant's invaluable expertise in aerodynamics, vehicle dynamics, and Formula One power units. With Symonds joining his former Benneton and Renault colleague Nick Chester, who serves as the team's technical director, this move represents not only a technical coup for Andretti, but also a significant PR win. What better way to demonstrate your competitive intentions than to bring aboard a guy who has not only won multiple championships, but was so trusted by the very sport trying to keep Andretti away that they hired him themselves. When Andretti received their rejection from F1, they were informed that they'd be able to reapply for entry when GM was ready, aiming for a 2028 entry into the sport, 2 years later than the originally intended 2026 at the latest. Since then, the American team has opened up a facility far closer to home for F1, somewhere they can be a far greater nuisance and really get under the skin of F1. Pat Symonds is just the first major acquisition by the team. The objective for Andretti is clear at the moment, and he is doing everything he possibly can to succeed in it. Push F1 to the point where it can't say no, to the point where Andretti Motorsport as an F1 entrant is undeniable, and he is doing a pretty solid job of that so far. Importance of GM's involvement. Andretti disclosed in an interview with Sky that the team still has an open dialogue ongoing with the FOM and would double down on the importance that guaranteeing their entry has in regards to General Motors' involvement in the sport. We are still working along with FOM, and we will show that we are bringing a lot to the party. General Motors is huge coming to the party. They are not just coming to be here, they are coming here to be a big part of our team, and I think it's not been understood yet how big that is. I think once everybody understands what we are really putting together, it'll be a point where they can't say no. Andretti knows that waiting until 2028 to join Formula One and expecting to be good right away is crazy. That's why he wants the team to join as soon as possible so they can start competing with General Motors when they're ready. He said, "They are currently building an engine. They are already registered to do it. So we will have an engine in 28, but obviously we need to build to get there. To just all of a sudden show up in 28 with a new engine and no team, we need 2 years to build there to get there. That when we do get our own engine, the team's ready to go and be competitive. So we are not naive in any way in that way." Moreover, Andretti isn't just putting pressure on Formula One at the racetrack. The team is also getting support from members of the US Congress. After they wrote a letter to Formula One's bosses before the Miami Grand Prix, they decided to take it up a notch. They sent another letter, this time to the President of the United States, asking him to look into why Andretti was rejected from Formula One. They want to make sure that nobody is trying to block them from joining the competition. The Congress members say that having Andretti in Formula One will make the sport more competitive, not less. The letter points out that Formula One doesn't have the right to decide who will be good enough to compete, especially since one team won almost every race last year, and some teams haven't won at all in the past few seasons. They mention Gene Haas's team, which hasn't won a race and doesn't seem likely to win anytime soon. But the strongest argument in the letter is about Formula One's double standards. They want to be popular in America, but don't want any American teams in the competition, which doesn't make sense. The letter says, most striking, however, was FOM's determination that bringing Team Andretti Cadillac into F1 would not add value to the championship. While F1 currently does not have an American-based team, F1 has been determined to increase its presence in the US market. They mention that millions of Americans watch Formula One races, and last year there were 3 races in America, which is more than any other country. Even teams like Red Bull are trying to get American fans interested in Formula One. The letter highlights the inconsistency in Formula One's approach, especially when it comes to North America. The climax of the letter came with a powerful accusation. Clearly there is a financial incentive to adding an American team to F1's roster, and there is no reason Team Andretti Cadillac should be blocked unless FOM is trying to insulate its current partners from competition. This statement cut to the core of the issue, implying that Formula One's resistance to Andretti's entry may stem from a desire to protect existing partnerships rather than fostering genuine competition. In response, Andretti Motorsport shows no signs of backing down. They continue to apply pressure through strategic recruitment efforts, calculated media exposure, and vocal support from Congress. The message is clear. Andretti is here to stay, and they won't be silenced easily. The standoff between Andretti and Formula One raises questions about who will yield first. Will Formula One succumb to the mounting antitrust allegations and congressional pressure, or will Andretti secure enough technical support to force Formula One's hand? Regardless, Andretti Motorsport appears steadfast in their determination to challenge the status quo. Meanwhile, in a separate development, Sergio Perez faces rejection from Red Bull after requesting contract terms beyond what the team offered. Red Bull presented a 1-year contract, but Perez sought longer terms, leading to a stalemate. This additional drama adds further intrigue to the unfolding saga in the world of Formula One. Perez's negotiations with Red Bull took an unexpected turn when his request for a 2-year contract was swiftly denied. This raised speculation about his future and sparked a theory regarding Andretti Motorsport's potential entry into Formula One. Imagine this scenario. Andretti successfully establishes their F1 team by 2026. Who would be available or suitable among American drivers to join them? While Andretti aims for an all-American lineup eventually, Sergio Perez could be an ideal interim solution. At every race in the USA, Perez garners significant support from fans, indicating his popularity. Joining Andretti would offer him a chance to compete closer to home and bask in the excitement surrounding the team. It's just a theory for now, but if Red Bull continues to resist Perez's demands and Andretti intensifies its F1 ambitions, this scenario might not seem so far-fetched after all. So, what do you think of the future of Andretti and Perez? Comment below and subscribe for more.